Hello guys, I hope you're totally doing great. This is me, Paul, going from 0 to 10 grand a month until Q3 2026. It's day 68, and regarding Q3 2026, it's April now, which means we're officially in Q2, which means that the earliest point I should have achieved my goal is in 3 months, and the latest point is in less than 6 months. So I have to hurry up. And today I was a little bit how should I it was a little bit weird because like in the last holiday where I was in February, where this was around day 20. This was day 18, 19, 20 until it was until day 28, I guess, because 29 I did arrive home. Now we're at day 68, and like back then I did plan out a lot, current self detailed, desired self detailed, like also mapped out the gap between those. But now I don't know what to think about, because to be honest, I would rather just be at home, work, do the outreach, and scale. And the challenge starts in 10 days. And I have 10 days of work preparation. And that's fine. And I really like that fact. But I also feel a little bit weird, because I don't know what to do. Like, I wrote down points in my iPhone which are pretty important. For example, I want to add to my 2 sentence playbook the skill sheet, so like what skills I need in order to get to 10k, take around a month, and like also like new beliefs I should establish, and a lot. But these are all tasks I have to do. Or for example, I'm also in Google Sheet, another one, which is distraction sheet. So like basically I will write down all the distraction on the time, what was the urge, like, so I can understand my distractions. But like, to be honest, I thought about actually why showing if not telling. So like I wrote here how can I win OVC, which is Outreach Word Challenge, and basically I wrote through the actions, I'm gonna zoom in so you can see it. And like then I wrote through the trial by fire, through identity shift, environment, and gamification. Like, these are the essentials. But gamification, so trial by fire was pretty simple. Just everything my mentor said about it. These are simple things, and these are things I can easily fulfill. No, it's actually not simple. Never went through a trial by fire longer than 10 days. Which makes it pretty exciting to go there for 60 days. But like, I had this one quote I read today, which really let me thought. And this quote was, an athlete does have to grind to eat unhealthy, and CEO has to grind to click the snooze button. And it clicked in that moment, because that's what identities are. Identities are who we are, and who we are is how we behave. And how we behave is what we achieve. What we achieve is our life. And my life should be 10k month in under 6 months. And like, establishing these new beliefs is pretty important, and then also believing that I'm going through trial by fire, which marks the first 2 points. The another one is environment, and I think environment is a pretty asymmetric exercise, because like I can adapt to my environment pretty quickly, but it can change so much. Like adapting the environment isn't that hard. Like, what is it from first principle? It's just changing the surrounding of you. And what does it mean for me? It isn't as much. It's like having a clean desktop, having a clean digital environment, one thing at a time, everything blocked that I don't need. That's it. Yeah. Also wrote down no instant gratification. Like, instant gratification should not exist in my life. The only gratification that I'm able to get is by doing the outreach challenge rules. This will be pretty hard, but let's push through. And the last one is gamification. Like, the thing with gamification is powerful, because gamification does something magical. Because normally I would have to work, no result, nothing, no gratification, nothing, and this is like discipline. And then I would get like the delayed gratification, which would be huge, obviously. But instant gratification would be scrolling TikTok, doing some stupid shit, being normal, drinking alcohol, smoking weed. But that's not me. But like gamification gives, I call it fake instant gratification, because, for example, one example of fake instant gratification would, for example, be finishing a course, for example, the academy that I finished in March, because like I didn't reach anything. I just finished the academy, but somehow I feel good after that. And like, this instant gratification is crazy, I think. And it is so valuable. I can reach so much of it. And like, one thing I want to do is, I want to build a system that gives me instant gratification for the outreach challenge, which starts a feedback loop. So doing the outreach, getting a fake instant gratification through gamification, doing more outreach, getting more fake instant gratification, which eventually leads to the light gratification and the big money and the cash, which allows me to hire some people and get 100k a month. That sounds awesome. But like, this gamification, it's like a multiplier. It's crazy. And like, one thing I'm trying to figure out really hard is like, how can I gamify the outreach? How can I build? That's what I want to achieve with this holiday. It's the WAP version. How can I build systems that make it bulletproof, that I sustain during the challenge, and that I don't relapse to old behavior. Also, like, I found a cycle, like a graphic with a cyclist. I don't know the English word exactly, but like one thing supports each other. And the thing was like, starting to behave different, behaving different, and then there was 1 hour that split into 2, and then there was like new identity after the first one. So like, here split into 2, and here was the new identity as a direct effect. And like, the first one was maintaining behavior, but the second one was relapsing. And like, that's the thing I want to avoid, relapsing. And for example, in 10 days I'm gonna be around day 80 here, and like, and day 90 I want to have closed the client, and I don't want to like have something here like, I relapsed, challenge doesn't work, what should I do, I'm a loser. That's not what I want. And if the challenge starts on the 13th of April, I want to do everything in this time on the holiday to make this challenge bulletproof, so that when I start on Monday the 13th, there is nothing, and with nothing I mean nothing, that will ever stop me from doing this challenge. Because this challenge is a decision I have to make. Either I stay who I am, a lazy boy, no money, no cash, or I'm going to take a month. And guys, I have the knowledge. I have everything to get there. I have the best mentors. I have the best mindset courses. I have everything, and it should be totally easy to scale for me. And that's what I want to achieve. So that's basically what I'm doing at the moment. I don't know how I should call this update. Maybe, what should I call this? A plan, a guide? No, it's not a guide. I'm thinking. Obstacle. Bulletproof. Making it bulletproof. Post-focus day 68. Making it bulletproof. That's what the day should be called. Because literally that's it. I want to make this stuff bulletproof. I want to guarantee the fact that I'm going to win. Yeah? And that's in the end what I'm gonna guarantee. There is no luck. Luck doesn't exist. The only thing that exists is execution, consistency, and action, which is basically the same. Yeah. Let's make some money, guys. Let's plan some stuff out. Let's not waste time. Let's be better than average. And let's make this life great. Because I have the best chances now. Now is the time to crush it. Now is the time to do outreach. And I have to win. Because to be honest, there is no other option. Winning is the only option for me. I cannot not win. And that's why I'm gonna do everything to do it. Guys, I'm gonna see you tomorrow. See you and keep crushing. Tomorrow I'm gonna have so much love. See you, bye. And by the way, this is the hotel I'm here at the moment. And to be honest, I don't want to be here. I want to put some cash, do some outreach, and build up the company. And getting into some flow state, momentum, which would be crazy. Just gonna see you guys, bye.